Hi out there, I'm Moguai and you're watching iEnlive. America is exciting, it's a touring country. I love that they explored for themselves the bass drum. For sure, techno or electronic music is around in America for a long time, but right now it feels for me that electronic music is really arrived also in the smaller towns, in the smaller cities, and people are excited. Shows are always great and they love to party. This is why I'm always coming back. The Moguai, yeah, the name, I tell it so often. So it's an easy story. It comes from my sister. She is an architect, and when she studied architecture, she had a project in Barcelona to build a discotheque in Barcelona, and she named this project Moguai. And I started with music and made my first mixtapes and gave it to promoters, and they said, Andre, because Andre is my real name, kind of boring. And I thought, wow, why shouldn't I name myself Moguai? So I took that name. I started with Punx 2001 with very hard, emotional punk rock techno, I name it. And then for me it felt like that it came a little bit out of fashion. So I started releasing somewhere else on Size, a lot of tracks on Mousetrap. I did 2 albums on Mousetrap. And then, and then I thought it's right now it's a perfect time for a restart. I spoke with Spinnin Records and said, hey, we would be keen to launch your label, to work it from the back, like we're doing it for Afrojack with a label wall, or like we're doing it for Tiesto with Musical Freedom. I said, hey, that's a great opportunity, do it. And I just produce my stuff, what I think has to come out, like my emotional punk rock, techno, electro side. And I always have the approach to sound different and to do something different on my label Punx. So stay tuned outside for great upcoming new releases on Punx. It's a collaboration with Thais, with Tiesto and me. We know each other for ages, I think for more than 10 or 12 years. 11 years, whatever. So yeah, it was just a question of time, and he's a big fan supporter of my music. He supported tracks what I released on Size, like the We Want Your Soul or like the Champs one, and for sure the Mammoth track what I did with Dimitri and Like Mike. And yeah, we talked and we had a long Skype talk, and when he was in New York, because I think he moved to New York, we talked over 1 hour, and then at the end I said, hey, I think it's the right time to start a track together. And then he said, yeah, let's do it. And I passed over some ideas, and he passed over some ideas, and at the end we had a great instrumental. And then he said, hey, why don't we put a vocal on it? So we got some vocal ideas from different singers, but Amba Shepherd made it, and she nailed a very good vocal on our instrumental. And now the track has a name. It's Real Life. It comes out under TST, Moguai and Amba Shepherd on his label Musical Freedom, I think around May, June. The very next release is coming out on Spinnin Records. It's coming out after Miami, after WMC, so we do the whole promotion for this track in Miami. The track name is Acid, and for sure there's a lot of acid in this track. And I test this track right now for more than I think 2 or 3 months, and in every set people going nuts, and I think it's a big release, and I'm very looking forward to this track, to this release. The collaboration started pretty simple. We played a few festivals together in Europe, accidentally. Sometimes they played before me, or sometimes I played after them, and they said, hey, why don't we do a track together, maybe on Mousetrap or on another label where you release. And I said, yeah, let's give it a try. And they passed me over some ideas. Then okay, Spinnin jumped on and said, hey, we want to release this. And then it was 4 weeks Beatport #1. And it's not over yet. So we are working on a vocal track right now. Very nice one. I can't tell you right now, but it will come out soon. And for sure we do a follow-up. We do a follow-up of the Mammoth track. Yeah, I'm not sure when, but it will happen this year. I think 2014 Miami Music Week is my, I think 10th or 12th music week. I think it's more about party than about business. When it comes to business, then the ADE in Amsterdam is I think I would recommend more than WMC, but it's like always having a great time, like I said, and meeting the people, having fun. Yeah, I love being there, and every year I play there around 4 or 5 shows. Same this year, and I'm very looking forward to the spinning sessions. Nikki Beach, they're doing it. They did it also last year, where I played together with I think Sander van Doorn, Sanary James, Brian Marciano, and yeah, it was a great party. So I'm very looking forward to this venue. And but this year the best for me at Miami Music Week is that my alcohol-free period ends there. So I have an alcohol break every year, and when I land in Miami, my alcohol-free break is over. So full-on party. I define, I have definitely my own sound, and I'm very proud about that. I want to encourage everyone out there to do more what they really like, and not like, okay, I want to release on this and this label, and this is the reason why I have to sound like this. Forget it. Do what you like, most important thing. And that's what I'm also telling myself with every record. When I'm getting goosebumps in the studio, then it's right. I would explain the Moguai style as or let's say this. I think I'm one of the only DJs who play kind of punk rock music, but in an electronic way. Very emotional and full of hope, but also kind of aggressive. But they also can get very dirty and very grimy. So this is the Moguai style.
Rhythm that gets your mind thirsty.